Hi, I'm Danny Lipford.
And I'm Chelsea Lipford-Wolf.
Thanks for watching this episode of Today's Homeowner here on YouTube. And don't forget to leave us a like and a comment.
And be sure to share with a friend, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you get notified of new videos.
Thanks and enjoy the show. This week on Today's Homeowner, we're going after those nagging repairs that never seem to get done. You know the ones we mean. So stick around for 5 easy fixes.
What do I do?
You know, as homeowners, we all have those little repairs that we need to do around our home, and we never seem to find enough time to get them all taken care of. And that's the case with our friend, homeowner Michelle Thomas. She tells me she's had a few things she's wanted to take care of. She's not very handy. We're going to help her out on that.
I've lived here 6 years, and part of the things started to happen right after we moved in. And I've had some of the things fixed 2 and 3 times, but they never really get fixed.
Michelle lives here with her daughter, Summer, and her grandson, Braden. She also watches another grandchild, Madison. So it looks like we'll have plenty of help if we can get Braden to hold a hammer.
Well, it makes me feel terrible that I don't know how to fix the things. They seem so easy, and I've tried to fix them as, the way I could, but they don't seem to stay fixed.
And some of those repairs are, let's say, creative.
We have a toilet that runs and runs, and I didn't know how to fix it. I opened up the back of it, and I tried to duct tape it back together.
Although not very effective.
It didn't work really well.
Among the other items on the list are a sticking bedroom door that needs some clever carpentry, some peeling paint on the kitchen ceiling, and a mailbox that won't close properly. But to start off slowly, we've decided to tackle some fallen curtain rods in the family room.
My cat got up there and pulled those curtains down.
Is that how they fell?
Yeah, that's how it felt.
What, just running up the side of it?
Oh yeah, just playing on the curtains and jumping in the window.
Okay, you remember how all this got put together? I'm not sure I remember it. Well, this seems really odd that it would be that bent like that. I guess when this end sagged, it just slowly bent that somehow. I don't know.
Right. I don't know, but I might have another one.
Really?
Look. Yeah.
That would be something. Yeah, if not, I could probably take some pliers and bend that back out.
You think these will fit?
You actually had them?
Yeah, I think so.
It looks like the same one. Perfect. Boy, aren't you organized? When you look at how a window is framed in a wall, you can see why this isn't an uncommon problem. The placement of the curtain rod brackets makes all the difference in the world. What happened is where that is attached, you see how it's right on the outside?
Right.
And so that stud that's right here, your bracket is right beside it.
Oh, okay, I see.
So, I mean, if it had been moved over probably 1.5 inches,
Okay.
it wouldn't have been any problem at
Okay,
all.
I got it.
But
I actually put it there because I thought I would hit the wood.
Is that right? Well, most people want to kind of spread them out, you know,
Right.
so that the curtains, are bigger and that type of thing. But with something like this, it's pretty easy because instead of moving it back over and having holes to patch,
Right.
we can use something that called a toggle bolt. What we'll do is actually make a slightly larger hole. That will be like that, pop inside the wall, and then that'll hold it up against the sheetrock.
Okay.
So that way we can use the same hole, use the same brackets, other than the bent one, and
Okay.
that's all we'll need to do. Okay, we actually found a stud back there. As it turns out, Michelle was closer to the studs than we realized. We just have to get longer screws. Apparently those screws weren't long enough in the first place.
Oh, okay.
You see about this one? Yeah, I mean, we are right on the edge. So instead of using the toggle bolts, we're able to use some longer drywall screws and angle them back into the studs to anchor the bracket securely. Yeah, that's going into something there. You can put as many cats as you want to up here now. Okay, well, I think we can put them back up and they'll stay there then.
Okay, great.
We'll have 1 or 2 stray holes to spackle and paint, but for the most part, our angled screw strategy worked perfectly. While fasteners like toggle bolts are a great option when you have no other choice, it's always best to secure objects on the wall into a stud if at all possible. Besides, it's easier. In fact, putting the curtain rods and the curtains back together the right way seems to be more involved than remounting the brackets. All we have is a little bit of spackling, a little bit of touch-up paint, and while I'm showing Michelle how to take care of that, check out this week's simple solution.
Here's a problem that every homeowner can relate to: the squeaky door. Now, there are a lot of reasons why a door hinge will squeak, but it doesn't matter the reason. With this simple tip, you can silence any squeaky hinge. First, start with a nail or a nail set and a hammer and tap out the hinge pin. Pull it all the way out. Then use a cotton cloth and clean the hinge pin really well. Wipe off all dirt and grease and get it as clean as you can. And then take a piece of sandpaper, 120 grit sandpaper, and buff the pin as clean as you can get it. You want it to look brand new. Remove all dirt, grease, especially any paint that's left behind. You get it really clean. And then lubricate it with a little machine oil. Just one bead of machine oil down the shaft of the pin, then just tap it back into the hinge. Okay, now we just test it. There you go, as easy as that. We've silenced the squeak.
This week we're tackling 5 easy fixes for homeowner Michelle Thomas.
People just keep coming back in. Everybody is a handyman. Everybody knows a handyman, but things never really get fixed.
The first was simple enough. We remounted some curtain rod brackets that just wouldn't stay put, but this peeling paint on the ceiling may be a little more involved.
This is the spot on the ceiling I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah.
I've had it fixed 2 or 3 times, and it gets worse every time I have it.
Oh, really? Really? It's got to be moisture, though, getting in there. I guess probably this bay window area has a little roof that ties on to the second story part of the house there.
Right.
Do you ever see any water on the floor or anything?
No, not on the floor, just on the ceiling.
I bet something like that's just blowing in, some flashing or blowing in around something, but I got a ladder out front. I'll see what I can find. Okay. All right, well, I can see already probably one of the problems here with water getting in this part of the house, way too much overgrown tree limbs right here. So I know I'll get a lopper and cut all of that back. Maybe we can find the problem. Tree limbs that are too close hold moisture against a house, and their shade keeps it from drying out as quickly once the rain passes. These things should always be pruned back at least 2 or 3 feet from roof and wall surfaces. Yeah, I can already see some problems up here. You know, Michelle had mentioned where had a number of people try to do some work up here. You can kind of see where some of the caulking was applied to the wall. But you get a blowing rain and you get that amount of rain coming off this roof, you can see directly under how it's just gapped. And that wouldn't take much for the rain to blow under there. I'll tell you what I will do for a start is to raise this area up a little bit and go ahead and remove these nails. And I've got some great caulk in the van that I can caulk under it, push that down, re-nail it, and we'll look around for some more places, but I'll bet during the heavy rains, the wind's blowing right under that flashing. The shingle stopped right here, so obviously that is exactly where that leak is. I'm filling up all of the existing nail holes in the flashing and adding a few extra nails to really tighten it up. You know, when you have a leak like that, this obviously been hard to find because a lot of people tried to find it. You got to look for everything. And one of the things I noticed immediately is when the house was originally built, no caulking around the windows. And I mean, for energy efficiency, you need caulk, but also when you have a situation like this where this roof overhang, you only have one downspout in about 40 or 50 feet of gutter, it's gonna pour over that guttering. And that leak we have is right in this area. So the flashing most likely was the problem, but while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and caulk all of this up to seal it up to the bricks on both sides. While I'm doing that, Alan has arrived and he's getting the scoop on the toilet repair from Michelle's daughter, Summer.
I've been involved with home improvement over 25 years, and it's the first time I've ever seen pink duct tape used in a toilet repair, along with a matching Post-it note.
Yeah, that's kind of my mom's thing. Everything's pink.
I like it. So tell me what's wrong with the toilet.
Well, when you flush it, it just keeps running, and sometimes it'll stop, but it usually doesn't. We've had people try to fix it, and they haven't.
Constantly run, or will it run and then stop and then run and stop, or does it just run?
It just keeps running.
Okay. Sounds like it could be the fill valve. We'll look at that. Turn the water off, which it already is good. Look over here, Summer. See this? See how there's a broken piece right there.
Okay.
So more than likely, it's just a faulty fill valve. So I'll replace this and see if that'll do it.
Okay.
All right. We want to get all the water out.
Never knew there was so much to a toilet.
Here he is. That simple.
Beautiful.
All you're gonna do is do this in reverse with something brand new. Sometimes this little flapper valve gets warped like that, and it allows water to drip out of there. Usually though, that's when you hear the toilet, it's like the ghost flush. Middle of the night, all of a sudden it comes on and then goes off. That's why. I don't think we need that. We're just gonna put in the new fill valve and overflow.
These new valve kits really do make it simple. Plug in the valve, tighten the lock nut, and reconnect the water supply.
Moment of truth. You're gonna watch your float. As water hits it, it's gonna start lifting it up, and that's actually what shuts the toilet off when it reaches a specified level. All right. So candles, this is mine. That's your mom's.
All right, so we can use it now.
That's right.
While Alan and Summer have been fixing the hall bath toilet, I've turned my attention to the ceiling inside. First, I have to scrape off the peeling paint and joint compound. It's not bad at all. I'm spreading drywall joint compound over the spot to fill in the recesses. By using progressively wider knives over 2 separate coats of compound, I'm blending the repair into the surrounding ceiling. Well, it's still a little bit damp, but what do you think? Looks a little bit better, huh?
Yeah, I think it looks great.
Now what we'll do is let this dry overnight.
Can I show you something else?
Yeah, sure.
You won't believe.
Okay. While I check out our next project with Michelle and Braden.
Look at that hinge.
Oh. Why don't you check out this week's best new product with Jody?
You know, anybody that knows me knows I love power tools, especially when manufacturers put them all in one little place where all I gotta do is buy it. Now take a look at this. Ryobi has done just that. Ta-da! This is their ultimate combo kit, and believe me, everything you need is in here. Take a look. Let's start out with everybody, of course, needs a drill. You've got that, you've got your impact driver. This is awesome because it's got the tri-beam LED light, so it illuminates the surface and eliminates shadows. Take a look at this, you get a recip saw. It's got an anti-vibe so that when you're using it, you don't get a lot of shake and fatigue on your hands, plus you get better control of the blade. Also, of course, you get the handy dandy little circular saw. Oh man, there's also a lightweight flashlight in here, an LED light that you can hang or just put right there on the work surface. And of course you get this one too. This is the multi-tool. It comes with all the different attachments so that you can say cut door trim or also cut drywall. The nice thing about all of this is that it operates on 18-volt lithium-ion batteries. And look at this charger. This charger is so big, it can load up these batteries in less than 30 minutes and holds that charge for over a year. I mean, what more could you ask for? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ask for this right now.
We're working through a list of common household repairs with homeowner Michelle Thomas. And next up is the ever popular sticking door, but someone has already tried a unique solution on this one.
I want you to look at that hinge.
Oh, I've never
that
seen
nice?
one quite like that. And somebody did this trying to repair the door?
Yeah,
Make it work
let me
better?
show you the inside. It's even better.
Oh, no. I don't even know how you could do that. It looks like somebody used a hatchet. Wow. Well, it almost fits. It wouldn't require much. I'll tell you what. I mean, first thing you think about is you'd have to replace the door.
Right.
But I think we have something that will be able to repair it without replacing it. I'm gonna grab Alan. Alan's still here, and see if he can't help me fix this one up for you.
Great.
So, Alan, did you get through with all those plumbing chores?
I am retiring the wrench for the day.
Hey, now tell me this. Have you ever worked on this house before?
No, why?
Well, I found something upstairs that has Alan written all over it. Come here, let me show you this. Okay, Alan, are you sure you didn't hang this door? Do you see anything wrong with it?
Oh my gosh. You thought I did this?
It's kind of strange
No
screws,
way.
huh? It's a lot worse inside. Close this and check it out.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Keep looking.
Holy cow. Who in the world?
I don't know, but I got an idea how we might be able to fix it. And let's put this drop cloth down.
All right.
And then let's see if we can take it off. And
That sounds not even in the mortise joint. Might take this off and there'll be like bubble gum.
Just barely holding on.
All right.
Let's see. Got it. All right. I'll leave that on down.
Oh my, look at how much they chewed out of this.
It's pretty deep, and I know we'd have to fill that in to get some thickness out of that. You thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm thinking auto body filler.
I think that would work well. Well, let's give it a try.
Okay.
It's already late in this day, so the door will have to wait for morning. After a little sanding and painting to complete my ceiling repair down in the kitchen, Alan and I can get back to the broken bedroom door. We've decided to fill part of the void in the hinge mortise with wood shims before applying the auto body filler. I'll drop that in, see what you think. There you go. All right, I believe we're ready to glue this in. While the wood glue dries, Alan mixes up some auto body filler. We're using it to fill some oversized screw holes left in the door jamb where I had to remove several wallboard anchors. On the door itself, we're filling the voids on the surface and edges to create a hard, sandable surface. Once that's done, we prime it.
I'll spray that over there.
Reinstall the hinges. The hinges on the jamb get 3-inch screws so that we can cinch it up as we try to correct the sticking problem that started this craziness. Well, it's fairly level, but you can see it rocking.
Oh yeah, you got it rocking.
See it rocking right there. Yeah, you brought that 2x4 up here anyway, didn't you? A little bit of caulking we'll have to do there.
Okay.
A few more 3-inch screws help draw that jamb in at the center, and a little belt sanding gives us that extra breathing room we need on the opposite side. All right, well, let's see. You ready?
Yeah. Look at that. Oh,
yeah, that worked out great. Okay, well, I gotta go make sure I show this to Michelle. While I'm doing that, Alan is tackling our final project with Michelle's granddaughter, Madison.
Okay, Madison, so what's wrong with the mailbox?
Every time I come out here to get the mail, it won't close.
It won't close. Ah, okay. Looks like someone's tried to work on this before, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Well, I see what the problem is. If you don't mind, will you help me and we can fix this real fast?
Sure.
Okay. Let me go get some tools and we'll be ready.
Madison's a little shy, but she's a great helper.
You know what they did wrong when they tried to fix it?
No.
They put the door on the wrong side. The door is supposed to be on the outside instead of on the inside. And that's the only problem with it. I'm going to take everything off because we're going to paint it too to make it look nicer. How's that? What's nice, this is a rust-proofing paint too, so it'll keep that rust from coming back. Okay, so all we have to do now is we're going to put everything back together and we're done.
Okay, Michelle, I'm anxious for you to tell me whether or not this works any better than it did before. Same door, give it a try.
Oh my gosh, that's much better. It works now.
Yeah, it took a little
I'll
bit
have to
of-
be careful next time so I don't shut it too
Oh
hard.
yeah, you'll end up slamming it
Right.
shut. Mike asked, how do I keep a wooden gate from sagging? You know, I think sooner or later, every wooden gate's gonna sag a little bit because it has a lot going against it with the weather as well as gravity. Sooner or later, it's going to sag just a little bit. A lot of ways to correct that problem, but I'll tell you the easiest I've found is to drop by the home center and pick up a simple little hardware kit called an anti-sag gate kit. Basically, it's a couple little corner pieces. One attaches to the upper part of the hinge side and the other to the lower side with a steel cable that runs between it, a turnbuckle, and a few little clamps, and you're able to actually adjust the gate and raise it back up to its original level. And then it should stabilize it that way because over the years, if it does start sagging at all, then you're able just to tighten the turnbuckle up a little bit more. And it works on a small gate like this as well as one as large as 6 foot tall. Like most homeowners, Michelle Thomas had a few nagging repairs that needed some attention. With a little time, the right tools, and a little know-how, we've helped her clear that list. Boy, I tell you, that's a lot of fun when you can spend a couple days with a family like this to help them with some of those aggravating problems they have with their home. Hey, thanks so much for being with us this week. I'm Danny Lipford. Hope to see you next week right here on Today's Homeowner.
Think about it. If you sat this way, you have a desk and you get twice the business done.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Today's Homeowner. And don't forget to comment, like, and hit the bell icon so that we can notify you when new videos are posted.
And don't go anywhere, click around and continue the home improving fun.